What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. In today's show, I want to talk about my sales being up and down. So it's been kind of wild lately. So today, so far, I've had 125 sales. Yesterday, I had 183 sales, which is the closest I've ever gotten to 200 sales in one day. And the day before, I only had 79 sales. So I really haven't done anything different this last week, and overall it does average out for me. So I think it's important for you guys to realize once your store is at a certain size, even though day to day or week to week my sales might be up and down, overall I still have around the same sales every single day if you average it out by month. So I have 27,262 items in my bigger store, which is named Daily Refinement. And I just started this little store, Reseller Nirvana. I just got my 9th feedback today. Very exciting. I have 23 items for sale in the little store, but the good news is I have a budget now. So if you look at my ledger in the bottom, this is in my reseller field guide. It will show here I have $59 to spend on inventory tomorrow. So I'm very excited because I'm going to go 100% Goodwill bins temporarily, because the Goodwill bins, I polled people on my YouTube channel. People were saying on average they're paying about $2 per item, which means I can get 30 items into my store, which is very exciting, which means tomorrow my eBay store will double in size. It has 23 items in it right now, little store, and I'm going to list 30 new items in it tomorrow. So very exciting, because hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have sales every single day in the new store, but I'm not quite there. You can see here I've blanked a couple of days. I didn't sell anything on the 11th or the 12th or the 7th or the 6th, but almost everything I listed last month has sold. Although you have to keep in mind, some of the items I'm not making a lot of profit. I'm just trying to build up the feedback. I only made 17 cents on one of my baby books. So again, you're not going to make a lot of money on every item in the beginning when you're starting, and that's okay because you're trying to build your feedback. I would like to get to 100 feedback in the beginning because that really helps buyers trust you. Right now I only have 9, and the reason why I'm not buying feedback, because you can go and buy a whole bunch of items and people will leave you a feedback, obviously. I'm not going to do that because I need to save that money for inventory. So I'm trying to avoid also the haters in the future, because I'm going to take out all the tax money up front. I'm going to use this one third of the profit. I'm going to hold it for taxes or refunds, right? A lot of resellers, when they're just getting started, they may have a big return and they don't have the money to afford that. So I'm not going to touch this tax money. I made $317 profit so far. $105 I'll set aside, and that way the haters won't say that I flipped that tax money. You know what? You can in the beginning because your tax is not due until the end of the year, but I'm not going to do that just to play it safe. And I want to go back to my calculator because I have made a couple of improvements here. So let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to add any more calculations in here. But it's getting pretty good. In here in my calculator, it shows you how many items you've listed, how many items you have left, how many items you have sold, your profit margin, your average cost of goods sold, your average return on investment. All this stuff's calculated for you if you just enter in what your items sold for. And remember, eBay charges you fees on tax, so you have to keep that in mind. If you sell something to a high tax state like in California, there are some areas that are 11% sales tax. eBay charges you fees on that additional 11% in sales tax. So it's almost like, you'd rather sell items to states that don't have sales tax, but you can't really control that. But anyway, if you fill this stuff out in yellow, it'll auto-populate all the numbers, which is very cool because I'm averaging right now $15.12 on an item. And if you go back to my calculator, my goal is to average $15 per profit per item in this little store. And I've entered in how long it takes me to do everything: shipping, prepping, sourcing, photography, listing, putting items away, customer service. On average, it takes me 6 minutes per item. So this challenge will take me 6.66 hours per week. Most of that is going to be the listing and a little bit of shipping and customer service per day, but 6 hours per week is about 1 hour per day. So for me to make $1,000 a week would only take about 7 hours with all the knowledge that I have right now and all the things that I've streamlined. So what I want to recommend for you guys is this 3-step plan to improve your store. Number 1, you're going to enter in how long all these things take, right? If you don't know how long everything takes, you can't improve it. What gets measured gets improved. Number 2, work on reducing the task that takes the longest. Shane, the Facebook group, pointed this out. The low-hanging fruit is the thing that takes the longest for you to complete. And this, for me, in my case, it's listing. So I'd have to improve the listing portion of my process. That would be the thing that I would need to improve the most in my store, although 2 minutes is already pretty fast. So in order to reduce that to, say, 1 minute, I would have to sell pretty much the exact same item over and over again in order to get to that 1 minute per listing average, which is blazing fast. 2 minutes, in my opinion, already pretty fast. I can't really make shipping faster. I can't really make prep faster unless I buy items that don't need any prep. I can't really make sourcing any faster because I have to go out and get it. But if I could just order it, it would be less time. Photography, I can't really lower much more than 1 minute per item. It could be maybe 45 seconds if I cut a few photos out, but I don't want to cut any photos out. I want to take as many photos as I can. And then putting items away, I could probably reduce this a little bit, maybe to half a minute. So all in all, 6 minutes, I'm very happy. I recommend that you guys try to get to 12 minutes or less per item. So hopefully, guys, that was easy to understand. This is a very short video. I will see you guys tomorrow.